This is breaking news from KSL.
We continue to follow breaking news tonight near Deer Creek Reservoir, where 2 people are dead following a serious multi-car crash.
This is happening on Highway 189. New Special Sheriff Park Live Force at the scene. And Shara, what have you been able to learn at this point?
Yeah, Mike and Dini, you said it correctly. This was a horrific crash involving 4 vehicles, 2 main vehicles, and then 2 other vehicles residual here. We're going to get right into the scene. I do want to let you know, though, those involved have been removed from the scene. So as you see the debris field, as you see the vehicles, you will know that those individuals who passed away are not currently here at the scene. I want to bring in with us Stephen Crow, a trooper here on scene, to walk us through what exactly happened here. So about just after 2:30 this afternoon, we've got this head-on crash. Tell us from there how this took place.
Correct. So if you can see behind me, the burned-up vehicle was traveling southbound on SR 189 between Heber and the Wallsburg turn, which is right here. Witnesses described the vehicle traveling at a very high rate of speed. The evidence at the scene would indicate to prove that point at a very high rate of speed. As it went around the curve to the right, couldn't keep it in its lane of travel. It ended up going in oncoming traffic where it hit a GMC Yukon that was heading in the opposite direction. The vehicle was going fast enough that it actually went underneath the GMC Yukon, lifted it off the air and threw it off the road, essentially onto the side of the road where it rolled multiple times. The driver and that initial vehicle, the Lucid vehicle and also the GMC Yukon, both unfortunately passed away on the scene. 2 other vehicles were involved around that same time. However, the damage and both of those drivers are doing okay. There's minimal damage to the vehicles. So 4 people total. 2, like I said, unfortunately have passed away.
A very dramatic crash here. Just looking at the debris field itself is quite large. We've got traffic backed up in both directions. What do people need to know as they're traveling through this area?
As they're traveling through this area, obviously we understand that this is going to be a very large inconvenience for people, but also just know that that tonight there are families that we are trying to, as we are documenting the scene, we are trying to get closure for those families, to explain to them why this happened and how it can be prevented in the future. So we understand that you are being inconvenienced, but just know that there are other people tonight that are being much more inconvenienced than they are.
Yeah, there are people who lost loved ones here tonight or today. Any signs of impairment at this point?
We don't have any signs of impairment at this point. At this point, all it looks like is a vehicle is traveling much too fast for the road conditions at the time, and unfortunately couldn't take the curve and unfortunately ended in the way it did.
All right, Trooper Crow, I appreciate you taking some time to step away and explain to us what happened. Thank you very much. Again, if you were coming down US 189, either direction, northbound, southbound, headed down to Provo Canyon or into the Heber Midway area, you really should try to avoid this area for now, Mike and Dini. As you saw, that debris field is very large. They still have a lot of investigating to do here. And as Trooper Crow mentioned, we've got several families impacted tonight, and they're going to need that information as they move forward with their lives. We'll send it back to you.
Yeah, all that debris strewn across the road and that burnout car, it tells a story, doesn't it? That's a tough one. All right, Shara, thank you.